Hey there, Colin here, best-selling author of What Do You Think and founder of CSB Coaching. I support stressed and overwhelmed professionals to realize a more fulfilling balance between their 9 to 5 and being empowered to thrive in their everyday lives. And I call it the art of balanced living. In today's video, I'd like to share with you a couple of tips to help you to reduce your distraction, to help you to prioritize a little bit better, and to get more done in your day. So if you suffer from procrastination or getting things done on time, you're constantly suffering from delays or distractions, this one's for you. I've spoken before about the benefits of a 50-minute hour. So for those of you who missed the video, it's essentially blocking out an hour's worth of time, but working for 50 minutes and then having 10 minutes at the end of each hour or each segment to walk around, to change your state, to have a bit of movement, to re-energize, reinvigorate, and to transition between the tasks. So that when you switch in from one task to the next, you're going into it fresh and with 100% momentum, as opposed to still having a little bit of carryover from the previous task, which means you're not quite as productive going into the next. It also means you have more energy, more focus, and more clarity with each new task that you take on. Now, ideally, you want to have these time blocks mapped out at least the night before, preferably the week before. But if you can map your day the night before, you'll find you're actually sleeping better because you're not worrying about what's going to happen tomorrow. You've already got it mapped out in your head, and your brain has a sense of closure, calmness, and control. So you're a lot more likely to get a better night's sleep, which therefore means more energy, more motivation, more enthusiasm, invigoration, drive the following morning. So plan your day, schedule it. But again, it's about planning activities. It's about activity management, not time management. We all get the same amount of time. It's what we do with it that counts. So make sure you're scheduling your priorities. And we spoke about the Pareto principle. It's about 20% of your effort generating 80% of your results. So be mindful of the Pareto principle when you're scheduling or prioritizing the events of your day. What I'd also like to reiterate is that every time you get distracted, research suggests that you are likely to spend at least 20 minutes to get back to where you were or what you were doing before that distraction. So if you're distracted, it'll take you 20 minutes to get back to the point that you were at. So if you're distracted 3 times in an hour, effectively you're getting nothing done. So with that blocking of time, make sure that you're focused and make sure that you're eliminating as much as possible any potential distractions. Put your phone on airplane mode, put it down into silent. Don't be checking Facebook, social media, or even email accounts. Block time out to do that, but don't allow that to distract you from what it is that you want to be doing in terms of what you've prioritized for that day. And if you find that it's a little bit overwhelming and you've got too much task and not enough time, give yourself the time to manage the Pareto principle 20% key activities. But also perhaps schedule a free slot here and there so that if something does come up in your day, you're able to deal with it and it doesn't throw you a curveball and everything just falls apart. So to take things to the next level, I'd like to share with you an acronym called IT, which essentially is intention and time blocking. So with regards to intention, what is it you want to achieve within that 50-minute slot? And if, say, perhaps it's a task that you can get done in 20 minutes, then by all means set it for 20 minutes. But what is the intention? What do you plan to achieve? What does finished look like? So when you sit down on that chair for that allocated 50-minute block, what is it you plan to achieve within those next 50 minutes? What is your intention for that block? Set the intention, and with the clarity of purpose, with the vision of knowing what it is that you plan to achieve, you're far more likely to actually achieve it. The second part is time blocking. Now, we've spoken about the 50 minutes, but let's say, for example, you've got something quite concise that you think that you can achieve in perhaps 20 minutes. Block 20 minutes of time for that intention. So you already know what you want to achieve in that 20-minute window. But just as deadlines are crucial to journalists and authors, a deadline is crucial to your mind in terms of completion and in terms of generating a sense of urgency. So if you set a time block for 20 minutes, for example, to get a task done, you're much more likely to avoid procrastination to get it done because you know you need to get it done in 20 minutes. If, for example, you have 5 tasks throughout the day and you haven't blocked your time and you have an 8-hour working day to complete 5 tasks, you tend to operate from the perception that time is not scarce. You don't value your time as much, and therefore you don't tend to be as productive in getting things done. When you're working towards a deadline, things get done. So block your time, not just the 50 minutes in terms of being more productive, but block your time in terms of setting yourself a deadline to get things done. And when you're working to deadlines, you'll find you're a lot more productive and a lot less prone to distraction, delays, and procrastination. So my tip for today, think about it. What's your intention and what are your time blocks? Set the intention, block your time. Get on with it. So thank you for taking the time out of your busy schedule to watch this video. I appreciate you have many other demands on your time, so I value your company here today. If you know of anyone who you feel may also benefit from this video, please feel free to share it with them. Please also feel free to engage. Leave some comments, like the video. I value your feedback. You can subscribe to my YouTube channel or join my Facebook community, The Art of Balanced Living. Links are below. I will be updating content weekly, so that way you're sure not to miss any future updates. So until next week, as always, live with balance. I look forward to seeing you again next week. Until then, have a great week.